Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
It's your Classic Metal Show right here on theclassicmetalshow.com. From the album Blacklist, that, of course, L.A. Guns featuring Tracii Guns with a song called Winner's Fool. And Winner's... Well, interestingly, on the line right now, we've got L.A. Guns and we've got Faster Pussycat all in one big, a circle, I guess?
Yay! Circle jerk, circle and run.
Well, guys, welcome back to the show. Obviously a big tour out there with you guys, tearing up the clubs. So maybe that's a good place to start. I'll start with you, Tracii. How did this tour come together? And, once again, why are you out, touring?
Well, my wife's pregnant, and I don't want to be around her. But I'll make up a better reason, because I love playing, and we just finished a new record, and we have a new singer, and but we never played live before, so I figured we'd go out and do 45 shows before the record comes out. Now,
is the new record all with Marty on vocals, or is it some of Paul's stuff, or what is it?
No, there's zero Paul. It's all Marty Case.
Well, well, Tracii, obviously, man, people are talking about the fact that there's two versions of L.A. Guns out there, and, the other camp has said some negative things, about you being out there. So, maybe it's best to set the record straight with you as to why you're out there doing it and calling it L.A. Guns and, why it's okay to do, because they say some pretty harsh things the other way.
Yeah, that's because they're jealous and bitter.
Okay.
So, and I still love them. I'll definitely go to their funerals. Yeah.
Well, who's there from Faster Pussycat?
Kristen and Chad and Michael and Tammy's back there somewhere. But and here comes Danny. Danny, come say hi to Chris on the Classic Metal Show. Right here, this speaker. Is that a telephone? Got a camera in it? Thank you, pictures.
Nice.
I did not group them all, not today.
What? One of the big shows that's out there is the big Rocklahoma, and since both of you played it, maybe I'll start with anybody that wants to grab it from Faster Pussycat. How was Rocklahoma for you guys?
Rocklahoma was great this year. We had a blast, first draft, and we didn't get blown away by the tornado, so it was all good. Yeah, we had some bad weather this year.
Yeah, that's what we were hearing. The news reports made it sound like a tornado touchdown right in the middle of the field almost, with the stages falling down and stuff.
Yeah, it was more like a typhoon. It was like some gigantic thing. Just like a storm cell. When you look on the radar and it's not even red, it's purple. Well, that's what happened. The purple part hit Rocklahoma, but we weren't there.
Okay.
We were in Texas. We were already in Texas when that hit, and watching it on the internet. We were watching it on the internet. It was pretty horrible.
Obviously, with you guys playing, the Texas Jam or the Texas Rock Fest, and with Rocklahoma, it seems like this kind of music is, almost like that 20-year cycle has finally come back around, and this music is accepted once again. Are you guys seeing that when you're on the road, when you're playing shows, that there's a lot more people with a lot more interest?
No, not really. I mean, I think that the festivals are great for, nostalgia, and everybody loves that music. They come, but if you did it every day, if you tried to do a festival like that every day, there would be, the same as when we do clubs. There'd be 500 to 1,500 people every day. Without the support of radio and that kind of media, it's never going to come back. Does that mean disco's coming back? Yeah, disco's definitely coming. Yeah, disco hasn't come back yet, so we're after disco, so we're still waiting for that.
Well, luckily though, there's enough people out there to keep touring and keep making noise with it. And it almost seems like some of the newer bands that are coming up are definitely influenced by what you guys all did back in the mid to late '80s. It seems like hard rock in general is starting to get a little bit of traction once again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the coolest thing about hard rock though is that you don't really need all the stuff that a lot of other types of music need. You don't need that much media to actually go out there and be able to tour year round without ever even wreck that anymore, you know. So, you know, it definitely has traction, but as far as it coming back and being big, I just don't see it. As a matter of fact, I don't see any music ever being big.
One thing I did want to address with you, Tracii, and it's interesting that you have the Faster Pussycat guys there as well, because they've been through it and you've been through it, is the whole, the whole two-band syndrome. What is it about the 80s where the legal stuff, I guess, was not pinpointed enough to where, you know, you guys are ended up with these kind of dramas where it's, you know, bands are out there, multiple bands with the same name and, you know, slagging each other over the same name. What was it that didn't go right to where this is happening now?
Steve Riley stole $157,000 from me. And come out as a piece of shit. Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, jeez.
You won the answer.
Well, Tracii, you know, obviously you do have a new singer in Marty Casey, and Marty obviously made his name, I wouldn't say made his name, but became known nationally for being on the NXS show. So, you know, how did you pick Marty? How did you watch an NXS show and figure, all right, this is the guy I want?
Well, it goes a little deeper than that. He's kind of been part of the family, you know, without me knowing it for you know, more than 5 years. Jeremy, he's known Mark for years because of some reason. And so when I saw the Rockstar thing, Jeremy said, hey, that's my buddy from the Love Hammers in Chicago. And I watched it, and I hated him because he wasn't my singer. You know, I was like, fuck that guy. You know, like I hate that guy. Yeah, he's good. You know, what a dick. And it just kind of, like a year ago, I was trying to write songs with Paul Black, who was in the band at the time, and we had zero chemistry. So I got a hold of Marty and said, hey, do you want to help write the new LA Guns record? And he said, well, sure. And right before we went up to Canada to record, Marty had flown out to L.A., and we wrote a bunch of stuff with Paul, still in the band, for a week in a rehearsal situation. And then when we got up to Canada, we flew Marty up there to just basically help. And then Paul just didn't come to the plate. You know, it just wasn't happening. And everything we were doing with Marty was firing on all cylinders. So we ditched all the stuff we worked on with Paul. And we just kind of started fresh and, you know, finished the record with Marty. And then when we were done with that, I was like, hey, man, you know, you're the singer of LA Guns now. And he's like, yes, I am. Let's go do it, you know. And I got to say, I've never been in a better band, period. You know, everybody does what they're supposed to. The band has great chemistry, and the energy's there. And girls show up now that have hysterectomies. It's supposed to be the front.
Any truth to the rumor that the final straw was that Paul was booking gigs as LA Guns without you guys being part of it?
No, that was the final straw, that he went down to Mexico on stage, which is fine. You know, he has the freedom to go wherever he wants. Check out 2 days in Mexico City. Yeah. And you know, he had a little jam band thing going on down there, but when he was on stage at an advertised LA Guns show, that he canceled, and he said, we are LA Guns. That was it. You know, I mean, and that wasn't the only reason. I mean, the reason was that you know, he was writing tunes that were awesome for 1975, and I loved them. But you know, it's 2009 when this record's going to come out, and you know, we have to at least try to not sound like, you know, everything that we're influenced by.
Well, guys, you know, you guys are obviously out on tour. If each band could take a shot at this, what's next for you guys as far as releases and touring?
Yeah, that's Tammy. You know, Tammy has Faster Pussycat has a record that's just hitting the stores right now. Tammy. Called Power in the Glory Hole. Yeah, the Power in the Glory Hole. That's coming out in stores right now. It's available from FasterPussycat.com. And then our record won't be out till 2009 in March. So, you know, we're just going to keep blasting it. We're going to try to go to Europe together because we haven't done that yet. Faster Pussycat and LA Guns. And, you know, that might happen before our record comes out in the beginning of the year. And we just really love each other, and, you know.
Hot gay sex.
Yeah, a lot of hot gay sex.
Very nice, guys. Well, if you see them coming to your town, LA Guns and Faster Pussycat on the road through the end of September, right?
Yeah, well, pretty much through the end of August, and then we're heading. LA Guns is heading down to South America, and then that's all we have booked right now.
Well, Tracii, why don't you go ahead and pick a tune for us to end the interview with, and maybe tell us a story why you want that tune. Any tune.
Except Balls to the Wall.
All right.
That's the one.
All right.
I think it's
all right, well, here it is. It's Accept with Balls to the Wall right here on your Classic Metal Show.
Yeah!
Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.